Alright, hello. Should be working now. Hello. Just a moment, y'all. Got your hydrate kit in. Alright, let's see here. Gloving up. How have you guys been? It's been a bit. While everyone starts to trickle in, I'm gonna just unpeel some plastic and cut some seals in the meantime. Start doing some prep here. What did I set the title at? Okay, I had the title generic. Did not name it anything interesting today. Completely forgot the name, to be honest. Sorry, it's been a bit since I've streamed y'all. And opening up all the boxes for right now. Just get things started. Yes, I could give you RAM for a small fee of $1,000. Just kidding. Yeah, RAM's been a pain, to say the least. Got this set at a decent deal. 32 gigs at 6400 speed. DDR5 at CL36. Pretty good kit there. Alright, let's move. This was just for show. This is actually very inconvenient to have the boxes like this. I'm gonna start moving things off screen that I don't need right away. So we're gonna put the water over here. Is the music loud? I feel like it's a tad loud. Let me turn it down just a smidge. There we go. It's just a bit loud in my ears. Alright. That aside. Not using the power supply yet. Set the screen up later in the stream. These are empty boxes now. We're gonna first focus. Hey, Roman. Yeah, it's been a while. I just life, you know. How you been? Yeah, some strong food. Alright. Sorry, y'all can't see stream for just a moment here. Click on here. Click there. That brings. Okay, I can kind of see chat. Sorry, I'll respond to you guys in just a moment. My can't see chat for a second. I wish I could. I would love to give out free parts if I could. Hell, I'd love to give out free PCs if I could. This board is one of the best AM5 deals out right now. Brand new for $170. Feature packed. Looks great. Does every function you can think of with an X870 chipset on it. It's been on like perpetual sale for a few weeks. It's a really good option. I have no idea how much longer it's going to be on sale for, but the whole time it's been on sale. If it's been on sale, it's been a great option. I won't be needing this. This will be for the customer. I'll be hooking up Ethernet to test and do all that stuff. So I will set this aside for the customer. No SATA will be included in this, but I'll throw these in the box form. Oh. And a 9800X3D. Brand new. It's a full brand new build. Did you guys see this case? Thing's huge. So what we're gonna do first is we'll do the board, all the accessories and whatnot on it, and then probably go ahead and work on putting all the fans in, just because they take up so much space. Damn, 64 gigs of RAM. Was there a reason you put that much in that build? Seems like a lot for a 4060 Ti build. I've been going sparingly on RAM. I'm putting 16 and 32 at most in the majority of the builds. It's just too expensive. $9,800X3D? Nicely in there. Oh, he got a good deal. Yeah, those are hard to come by now. Good deals are hard to come by. I've gotten a few good deals recently. Nothing too crazy, but some pretty good deals lately. Where's my plastic spudger? There it is. I want to get this peel off without scratching it up. Look at that. Satisfying click there. No one ever peels this off of the RAM, I've noticed. I find kits of RAM, the Corsair RAM, they've been putting those peels on their stickers forever. I find like DDR4 kits that are from like 2017 and they still have the peel on the Vengeance sticks. I'm like, what? I don't think anyone notices it, to be honest. Now this has a heatsink on it. It's a Gen 5 drive, very fast, 2 terabyte. Pretty good deal on this one. This board has a heatsink on it already, so I'm more than likely going to remove the heatsink from this to use the board's heatsink. I'm just trying to see something here. Is this... Okay, it's just friction fit on with little nubbins, so this should be fairly simple to pop off. Some of them have screws, this one does not. Never bought this model before. Thank you, babe. I would just put it in a lower slot, but this is a Gen 5 drive. I want this in the top slot. I'm fairly certain it's only Gen 5 on the top slot on this board. I can actually check the manual here. Proof that I'm drinking it. Yeah, this doesn't want to come up. Where did I just put my spudger? Oh, it's over here. Is this on with adhesive? My bad, y'all. Just give me a moment here. I don't know what's holding this heatsink on. We may just freeball it and leave the heatsink off the top and use the stock heatsink because the GPU is going to be over it anyways. You're not even going to see it. Oh, that's awesome. I've been using the, I have the Anycubic Cobra S1 over there. You can't see it off screen. I love that thing. It's a great printer. I've had some like minor issues here and there with it, but I love the enclosure. Makes the print so much better. Yeah, this heatsink does not want to come off. So we are gonna just go ahead and install it. Make sure it's not going to have a clearance issue with the GPU. It's a good thing to check that actually. 5080. Up and down, you know, there's busy days, slow days. Sorry if you guys can hear the sprinkling. You shouldn't be able to, but you can. Sorry about that. I'm just gonna do a little. Just clears it. Okay, wow, let me grab the second camera for y'all. Should have had that out in the first place, my bad. Alright, second camera is out. Look at this. Look at that shot. You can, it's right up to it. Perfectly clears it. Like a millimeter or two of gap. Yeah, like a millimeter or two of gap. I'm gonna set this guy back aside for now, just to make sure that cleared. But yeah, it's definitely higher than this heatsink would have been. Yes, it would be, but it would not be a first. Have you seen some of those heatsinks? Those heatsinks can get like incredibly tall. And some of these coolers can get really low and close to the PCIe bracket there. Or the pins, whatever. Alright, we don't need the plastic for now. I wouldn't doubt it would be interfering because this is a Gen 5 drive, so it's got a beefy heatsink on it. I'm going to set this guy aside for now, since he won't be going in just yet. The customer, if you're in stream watching, I'll set this aside for you with your accessories in the box, so if you ever swap it out and you want to put this back on there, you can. I already got boxes starting to pile up over here, the empty ones. I keep my area clean. Alright, we got the CPU, the storage, and the RAM on the board here. Let's see. This case is very large and modular in certain ways. Yeah, it's gonna get covered anyways. Alright, let's see. Where are standoffs? We got one standoff out of place, so we'll go ahead and move that real quick. And there's no extras on the back. Alright, so we've just got this one standoff out of place. Only one to move. Where's my little tool? There it is. Does this move? Because I need it to. Kind of in the way. You know, instead of trying to move that, I'll just needle nose plier, get it off real quick. Let's grab the pliers. Oh, no, it's on there. It's a weird angle. Okay, I broke it loose with the screwdriver. We'll hand loosen it and move it over manually. There we go. No idea why they chose to use that hole. That's non-standard. That's eATX? I honestly think that was a mistake, to be honest. Like a factory mistake. They put that there by accident. That's incredibly unrealistic to be using that standoff with regular ATX standoffs. Weird. No worries. This is why I always check the standoffs first. Yep. Every there standoff should line up. Clicks in place. Honest, this song's a bit weird. Let's skip it. All my copyright-free music. The YouTube can't yell at me for enjoying music. This was only Twitch. I would be playing whatever music I want to. It'd be like a operating room, you know? Just blasting all sorts of random music. Alright, I'm gonna put this board in. These 9 screws here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and work on fans. And we've got some reverse blade and we got some normal direction ones. We got a pile of them over here, just 12 fans this case supports. It's crazy. Crazy amount of fans. All the screws in there on the motherboard. Yep, we're good there. Let's see. Can I just pop this guy off, or is this gonna fight me and I have to take some screws out? Nope, we're good. We can take this guy off. We're gonna set it aside so we can put the fans in and stuff. Taking off all the other panels already. All right. Let's take count of the fans we have. We have 3 normal directions. We have the 6 reverse blade. Let's see. Let me see what the orientation I set these for, as I completely forgotten. Alright, these 6 here are... Two, 4, 6... We can do a max of 4 here, or you can do 3. You can do 3 or 4 here. 3 along the bottom, 2 on the side, 3 on the top. So you can do 12 total. 3 and 3, 4 and 2. We have 12 total fans here. 6 reverse, 6 normal. So we'll be doing 2 intake, 4 intake, exhaust, exhaust, 3 and 3. Yep. Alright, that's the orientation we're going. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just unbox all the fans, peel, take the plastic off of every one of them, then take the peel off of all of the peels. The gloves are 4. So I don't leave fingerprints all over those mirrors. Stack them all up. Also snip all the twist ties. You wouldn't believe how long it takes for just prep for stuff like this. You think, oh, you're just installing fans. But no. It's so much longer than you think. Each box, come up. Even ripping through it quick still takes a while. I'm trying to figure out what's for me the fastest way to open all these. Is there a clean way I can cut through this? No, anywhere I cut is gonna just hurt something. Yep, it's gonna have to manhandle. Maybe like a good snip across here. That might be the best bet. Run this further along here. What do you guys had to eat today? I've only eaten a late breakfast today. More like a brunch. Coffee or breakfast, and then had a big brunch to hold me over for a few hours to have a late dinner later. Alright. Cut through all those. Dude, I had a turkey sandwich for dinner last night. We found our new favorite turkey lunch meat. It's getting it at Sam's Club. Their turkey is really good. I don't know why, it's just really good. Let's go ahead and do all the peels. I've had a grapefruit in a long time. I've never really been the biggest fan of grapefruits, but it kind of gave me nostalgia. When I was a kid, one of my neighbors had a grapefruit tree. We would just go over there and pick them from time to time. He also crazy kids, so he also picked the lemons off the neighbor's tree and eat those too. They made a lemonade stand one time from all the lemons we picked from the neighbor's tree. He didn't really care. He just said, make sure you pick them when they're ripe. I was like, okay. Ooh, that sounds good. What's it called? I had steak and eggs for brunch today. And caramelized onions. It's really good. This creates so much static to keep sticking to me. Oh, really? You know, I've been having an orange every single day. I'm almost out of oranges. I need to get some more. Some citrus in there. You know, I live in Florida, so citrus is kind of just plentiful here.
Hey, it's Sally18 just redeemed fish.
This is a tedious part of the fucking process, man.
Hey, it's Sally18 just redeemed hydrate.
I will hydrate in just a moment. I'm kind of in a groove. I feel like I'm on an assembly line, like a processing plant or something, you know? Just faster to do it this way, you know? Just line them all up, do one process at a time. Let's start the next process. Alright, that part is done. On to the next part. Alright. Hydrating. And also subsequently spilling some water on my face. Alright. Next part is setting aside all the screws. And then just snipping off these twist ties, because I don't use twist ties. I only use zip ties. Zip ties suck. Fan 1. And so forth. 11 more times. Well, actually, 22, since there's 2 cables per fan. Cutting twist ties so much faster than untwisting them. Okay. Yeah, honestly, whenever it comes to business or money or anything you want to find success in, it's better to grow slowly, just in general, because like you learn all the ups and downs and patience. Because if you blow up overnight, you don't learn all those lessons along the way, you know. How you crash and burn when you get too much money too fast. Pretty rare if someone comes in with a ton of money all at once and just automatically knows what to do with it. This is the Phanteks NV7. It is huge. Like, look at the motherboard. It makes it look so small. There's going to be a screen up here to fill that space, that empty void there. Going to be the screen right here, and then the water cooler just above it there. It'll look really good full of these Infinity Mirror fans. Yeah, it takes 12 fans to fill this thing. And that does not include the GPU fans, or if you had an air cooler, those fans either. So like technically, you could have 3 fans on your GPU and like a dual cooler, 2 fans there, and have 17 fans technically in the case. Or an AIO, oh, that's stuck to my hand, with the double stacked fans, push-pull, you could have 18 fans in there total. Now, I don't think anything's beating that one case that has the pull-out tray where you put 2 rows of fans on this side, that side, the bottom, and the back, and it's like something ridiculous, like 24 fans or something like that. Might even be more than that. That case is just, that's a meme case. That is not logical. In reality, if you wanted to cool that, you know, more efficiently, you would just use the 200mm fans. across the top and the front and stuff, but that case is just a joke. 2 rows of fans, nuts. Everyone knows the larger the fan, the lower the RPM you can spin it at to push the same amount of air. Well, not everyone knows that, but some people do. I know. It's nuts. Speaking of servers, I was going to turn this little guy into a server. It's a what's it called? It's like a mini HP Elite Mini with DDR5 RAM in it and everything, like laptop RAM. Fast little desktop for like $600 or something. I'm probably just gonna sell it though, to be honest. I'm just gonna use an old desktop as my server. I don't need anything super fast. So if you know anyone who wants that, sell it at a good price. Maybe like $400 something. It's literally barely use it all. It's basically new and for like $600. It comes with the keyboard, mouse, headset, power cable, all new stuff with it. Alright, I guess now we open 67 tiny baggies and instantly drop the first screw. That's cool. I got it. Trash can lid. So much plastic to throw away. Just took the lid off. Alright, setting up a little fuel dump and throw away the packaging station here. It's ridiculously tedious. Especially with the gloves on. Probably build an entire budget PC in the time it takes me to set up all these fans. Actually, I literally probably could. It's not even a joke. I just even thought about that. There is a separate bracket here. Man, there's so many like layers to this case. There's a guard here. I'll show you with the second camera. Now I can install the fans. Having like a POV shot here. rotating this so it just stop rattling. Go. Alright, rear fans are installed. Bracket back in here. Alright. Now, what's the most efficient way to get these into the cables into the back of the case? Alright, probably right here. Right through this hole here. Get that into the back of the case. And with this guy here. What specs do you have on your personal PC, Roman? I totally forgot. Actually, I'm gonna add some cable management to this that I feel like it should have had, honestly, in factory. I could run it through the other hole, but why give me a hole there and not give me a way to cable manage with it? So I'm gonna add some cable management. Give me just a moment. I'm digging through my bin. Here we go. What are these guys? Love cable management here. All right. What was that? Now, this guy has a tie down right here. We're gonna tell the camera, get out of the way. Oh, there's a tie down right here. But this guy has to go diagonal to reach it. That's ugly. So, what we do is we stick this guy right here. Okay. And then we run a zip tie to there. Cleans it up. Ta-da. Here's a pre-bend zip tie. Slide it there and it turns. What we're going to do is we're going to snip the factory zip tie here, get it out of the way. this one in that we installed. Look at that. Look how clean that is. So much better. Alright, that's out of the way of the power supply. Out of the way of the ports on the back. Voila. Honestly, there should have just been a hole from these fans straight into the back of the case. This just should have never been a thing, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, that's still a really good system. It's not far off from mine. I've got a 5800X 3D and a 5070. For all the games I play, I don't need anything over a 5070. But I also have 64 gigs of Dominator Platinum RGB, but that's just because I got that good deal on that a long time ago. I don't know, I feel like it's like, you know, it's like the mechanic who works on really expensive and crazy PC or cars and then just drives a Civic. Alright. Yeah, you see they stuck a cable management thing inside here. Like a sticky one like I just used. Turn on the second camera. Where is it at? Oh, right there. See the sticky pad? They put their own in here. Could have just put one down like I did right here. Whatever. Yeah, it's whatever. Still a well-designed case for the rest of it. Just doesn't make any sense for the fan cable management here. Kind of an afterthought for putting a fan hole here with no cable management to it. Moving on. Let's get the fans installed. I'm sure this is some sort of bracket that comes out somehow. Otherwise, I'd be screwing into imaginary fan holes. Oh, we got a lot of screws down here. Looks like, honestly, too many screws for a filter. It's kind of dumb. Seriously, how we get it off? Looks like it. Alright. 6 screws for a plastic filter. Seems excessive. Normally these are just held in with clips. Oh, it is held in with clips. I'm stupid. This slides in and out. Okay, I was about to say there's no way they're holding down a filter with 6 screws. That makes no sense at all. It's like nobody would ever clean their filter. They had to undo 6 screws and flip the computer over. There we go. Now how's this guy held in? Like this? Doesn't want to slide, so... Are these screws holding... this in... right here? Yeah. The hell's holding the front end? Okay, I can obviously see these screws here are holding this fan bracket in. That's only one side. What's holding this side in? I feel crazy. I'm just gonna undo these screws and see what happens. No, that didn't go deep enough into the metal to be holding 2 things on at once. Okay, I feel crazy right now. I'm gonna leave it off. I see it. It's a screw in the back. It's one screw in the back. Some little hidden screw back here. Look at that. I'm gonna show y'all this. There's a hidden screw right there. How am I supposed to see that? Look at it. Okay. That's convenient, you know? Just a nice little, very conveniently placed screw. I might screw it over at a 45-degree angle and hope to not strip the screw hole. Okay. This thumb screw out. This should just slide forward. There we go. Okay, that was way more complicated than it had to be. This is backwards. Yeah, like I said, I've never used this case before, so bear with me. Oh, options for hole spacing. Yeah, okay. So, the best looking is obviously going to be pulled forward all the way. It also gives the most room for plugging things in down here. Yeah. We're going to go as far forward this way as possible. Like this. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Wow, that was actually blinding. Look at that. So I'm assuming this spacing like this is because you can put 140s. So I'm gonna have to center these so it doesn't look weird offsetted like this. I'm gonna put all the screws in, then I'll back them out a half turn and adjust from there. Alright. All the fans are in. Let's back them out. Okay, it looks like this guy is maxed out on this bracket here, so I'm going to have to move it over. Take it all the way out. Scoot them over. Alright. Yeah, so it's still not close enough. So take this guy out, scoot over further, go back in. I think it looks nicer centered and snug than it would be to space them out, especially since all of these fans are going to be butted up against each other. Just keep the same look across the board. It's almost perfectly 2-finger spacings on either side. So we're going to hold that right there. And tighten one screw in either outer fan. There, that should lock that spot in place. Yeah, quick little finger measuring, you know? 2-finger spacing on either side. I bet you we're within a millimeter too. Perfectly centered. Or calibrated. 33.3, 33.34. Yeah, 34. So 33.3, 34. Yeah, literally a millimeter difference. Yes, I had calipers on it that close by. Just still finger measured it, you know? Why not? Pretty good eyeball and centered. Okay. Alright, now we're gonna hide these wires by pulling them under like this, because there's a gap here, a little lip. Pull the cables under. So these cables aren't super long. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to go about putting these guys in here. So this guy, best bet would probably be just to use a grommet here. I can't feed it through the other side until I remove a cover on the back here. This guy here is in my way. That'll go in the box. Yep, okay, so then I have access to that grommet. Alright, fitting it through a grommet right now. Bear with me. Okay. Alright, first one. There's a very obvious grommet here. Alright, an easy feed. Hello? Hello. Okay. Thank you for letting me know you couldn't hear me. Mic died. I have two mics, so you know that you've been here before. I have no idea why it died so soon, though. Maybe I didn't charge it last time I used it. But other mic is on charge now. Thank you. What I was saying is, this tiny little grommet, every single time I put one wire through it, it gets harder and harder for the next wire to get through, especially with these really fat, like, fan splitters on the ends. So I have to stretch the hole out.
Hey, it's Sally18 just redeemed fish.
Cram them all through. And then feed it through the hole. And do it again.
Hey, it's Sally18 just redeemed hydrate.
There we go. One more cable to shove through this damn thing. It's getting tight. Really hard not to make jokes while saying this. That was a sword noise. You got a sword? What did I just hear? You got a broken sword. Didn't know that was a thing. Dude, I really gotta add more PC parts to that. I gotta add some more meme stuff on there, like RAM and stuff. Make it worth like $4 billion. Okay, that is quite a lot of cables through one tiny little grommet. But if you guys have watched my streams before, I'm anal about my cable management. Especially the areas you can see. I mean, I do put a lot of zip ties in the back still, but even more so in the, like, where you can see it. Okay, so here's the fun part. Fishing this grommet back into its hole. To its grave, its final resting place. Okay, I'm gonna move this camera here. It's in my way. I'm gonna fight with this for a second, and then I'll get back to you. So if y'all just give me a moment, this grommet is gonna be very annoying. Okay, not too bad. It took like 15 seconds to get back in place. Voila! Look how good that looks. No wires. Let me click that back in place. Wireless fans. All the wires are hidden back there. See that back there? Hidden, 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 and one wire bundle. Now, if this was like a $20,000 PC, I would actually sleeve this bundle of wires. I have cable sleeving, and I would depin these guys here, run them through the sleeves, and repin them. But this is not a $20,000 PC. I do build those if you guys ever want one. Do build multi-month long crazy airbrush, 3D printed, metal cutting, glass cutting, crazy shit, you know. You don't know, but you know. Always down to do one of those crazy builds. Hey, appreciate the follow.
Just followed.
Alright. Let me lock this guy in place with the thumb screw that's hidden. Your best Roman with custom builds or custom loops is build one with just for practice out of pocket. So find some dude selling a ton of water cooling stuff on Marketplace. That's what I did. I bought a whole bin of stuff. Probably $2,000, maybe $3,000+ worth of water cooling stuff. Just a guy that stopped doing water cooling. He sold all his stuff at once. I got it for like $300-400. Bunch of really expensive water cooling pumps and reservoirs and tons and tons of fittings. An entire bin full of them. The fittings alone were thousands, because they're a few bucks a piece. And you add up a few bucks a piece, and you've got hundreds. Oops, I dropped my, dropped this guy, little air duster. But yeah. When it comes to the water cooling, just get a ton of stuff off some random dude in Marketplace and just play with it. Have some fun with it. Learn on your own. If you break it, it's yours and not a customer's. I got pretty lucky. My first one came out really good, but I did learn a lot, as I did mess up a lot of the tubing. I messed up like 20 foot worth of tubing before I nailed it. I learned my favorite style of doing it, which is mostly just freehanding, to be honest. The jigs aren't my favorite. For perfect 90s, sure. Just one or two here and there, but I might use it occasionally, but I freehand most of my bins. This is another bracket that's got to come off some way. That is riveted in place. How am I meant to take that out? What? Huh? Excuse me? Oh, I don't take that out. I take the fan bracket itself out. That's what it looks like. Yep, that's how it goes. You're taking the fan bracket itself out. Oh. Get all these guys installed here. Now I want to hide these wires really well. So what I'm actually going to do is, these fans have a nice little feature. You see this little cutout that comes out the bottom? Most fans come out the bottom here. I'm going to actually finagle it and undo that. And then the fan cables are going to run like that. No cross bracing and no wires coming out the sides. These cables are going to go behind the bracket and hide away. So there'll be no visible fan wires the entire length of this. And then in the back, fan wires will look like that. It's really nice when they let you back them out of the corner here, because otherwise you'd have to smash the wire in between the metal bracket and the fan like that. And sometimes it can damage something. Yeah, but we're gonna go ahead and fish this through and get all those fans installed. Now this is top to bottom. The holes are on the left side, so we're gonna install it like this, all the way down. Move this guy over here. Do all these wires. These fans will be going on the water cooler to match the aesthetic of all the other fans. Technically, the fans on the water cooler are better than these, but the water cooler pump, mounting hardware, radiator, the whole design of it is so good that a slight diminish in CFM, which is how much air you can push through the radiator. It would maybe be a degree or two difference, which isn't going to hurt much considering that cooler is so good. It can handle slightly slower spinning, less static pressure fans. But these still are good static pressure because they're sealed off around the edges and they don't let air flow back through. Let's just start installing these guys. Yes, Arctic Freezer. No, unfortunately, they are not down in price yet. Arctic Liquid Freezer 3 Pro. Of course, like I said, fans are better on here, but with so much airflow in here, it's not going to matter much. Let's put those fans out though. We want the aesthetic to be all matching fans. You can thank AI for those high RAM prices. The water cooler or the fans you use so much? Same here. Same here. I use the Arctic cooler for like all of my high-end builds, even like mid-tier. Every single budget build gets a Thermaltake water cooler because they're untouchable in the budget department. Untouchable. Price to performance, it's not even close. Yeah, as far as anything mid to high end, everything gets Arctic coolers in it. Oops. Sometimes I'll get a different cooler, but it's only because that one happens to match a build theme. Like I did the Razer water cooler because it was on an insane discount. It was like 70% off or something, and it matched the whole theme of the build. That's really good. And again, it's a good cooler, but nothing comes close to these Arctic coolers when it comes to maximum lowest temps possible. A lot of fans. I installed one of them sideways. I gotta rotate it. Oh, this of course sucks. Yeah, for the screens, what do you expect? That's a Chinese brand. Honestly, it could be worse. I have used a lot of random Chinese brand screens. Like the Fallout build, I was testing out a bunch of different little screens for the terminal I built inside the computer. The Fallout terminal. And the Turks X was the only one that had a somewhat usable software. Oh yeah, the Jungle Leopard software sucked. I've used that one. Okay, now we gotta deal with those spaghetti. So let me get this guy out of the way. I gotta figure out the best way to deal with this. So, oh god, do not fall. I don't need to put it on BRB and fix this. This entire wall is friction fit, not glued. I'm gonna turn the second camera off for a second. It's in my way. Okay. So we need to get through these holes right here. Can't really see them, but you can imagine what a hole looks like. It's right there. I think the top fan, I'm gonna run through the top hole up here. Middle two fans here, and the bottom fan down here. I have to feed these in as I install it. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I run these guys through here. Next we grab middle fan. Run that through there. Okay, second middle fan. Run this through here. Oh, okay. It's fighting me a little bit. It's okay. Get through this. And then the bottom fan through the bottom.
Hey, it's Sally18 just redeemed fish.
This guy I'm gonna have to go around like this. Now, as I install it, y'all, I'm gonna put the fans backwards. Y'all, I really just did that. Oh my god. This ain't going in. The brake is backwards. Is it? No, I'm not crazy. Oh, okay, it's just, I have to shimmy it. Please tell me I didn't put it backwards. Oh, I didn't. We're good. Thank God. But I do have to pull all these cables. We're good. I was like, I double checked this before I put these fans on. That is correct. How does it go back in? No? Maybe I did put it in backwards. Am I crazy? Oh, look at this. That's not supposed to look like that. It is backwards. I'm flipping on. It just... Fuck's sakes. I thought it was this way because I thought there was an air gap behind it, right? I just made sense in my head. I was like, oh, this is pulled forward. It's gonna be like that. But no, it's recessed. Yeah, you get the idea. I'm not putting it back in there yet. Explaining's not gonna make it get down any faster. Just fucking get to it. Yeah. Alright. Flip that around now. A trolley. You mean a shopping cart? Need to rename this stuff. And to rapid fire take out all the victims. That's just really annoying. Oh god. I wish I could say it was the first time it's ever happened. Far from it. Just part of building a case you never built in before. So now, flip this over. Get this correct this time. This goes in like this. It's just... What holds in the bottom? Oh, okay, these two tabs. Those two tabs at the bottom hold it in. Got it, got it. Yeah, so that's how it mounts. You guys can't see shit. My bad. Nope. My bad. Wrong button. My finger slipped. Yeah, okay. Well, there's no point in showing you that. You know what a bracket looks like vertically. Whatever. Basically that goes in that way. So we want the fans this way. So they're all gonna... It helps if I don't drop fans, but we're gonna go this way. Which means we put them all like this. Fish the wire around there. Yeah. Yep, this is correct. This is correct now. Fish all the wire through here. Perfect. Alright. Now I need to elevate the fans on something so I can install them all. I don't know why I'm doing it like this. I'm trying to show the cameras what I'm trying to do, while also figure this shit out. Alright. Here we go. Alright. All those fans. This. Let's start the end, guys. Okay, two screws in each fan. Test fit. There we go. I gotta put the other 2 screws in each fan and put the wires through the holes. And now that I'm hydrated, somebody will hydrate me again. That's how it goes usually.
King
That's how it
_player
goes.
_Marcus just redeemed
Thank you.
hydrate.
Honestly thought it was gonna be the wife this time. Thank you. Alright. Here we go. Screws are in. Okay, that's alright. It's one way to make an entrance in the chat. Thanks, appreciate it. Not that old to not know what that means. Damn. I don't think anyone's gonna be doing that. Oh, the spaghetti. Oh, the spaghetti. Now we're redoing the same thing we just did a moment ago. Refeeding all these wires through this damn hole again. Alright. 2 in the middle. 1 on the end, 1 on the other end. These 2 in there. These 2 in here. Oh, the things I do for perfect cable management. Okay. All the wires are ran through. Pulling on now. Oh, what the hell? How did I manage to do that? How did I manage to run a cable? No. Run a cable through metal slot that's for flipping things in. There we go. How I managed to do that. Pull the wires through as I install the bracket. So they're out of the way. What's happening? What am I hitting on? Fucking nothing, I guess. Just a moment, y'all. Why you do this to me? Why? Oh, there we go. Okay. Stopping me from plugging this in. Not plugging it in, screwing it in. Oh. Guess maybe just some wires. There we go. Got it lined up. Finally. Jesus. Hello. How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. We're having a blast rewiring something that I just wired 5 minutes ago. Okay. All those fans are in there. Voila! Look at that. Just admiring it for a second, you know? Admiring how I went out of my way to orientate all of the fans in the same orientation on the back, just to realize you can't even see the infinity mirror on the side of them because it's blocked off by this bracket. Cool. Glad I took all that time. Awesome. At least you can see these ones. Obviously, these ones here. I'm gonna stop giving you guys motion sickness and turn the side camera off. Alright, let's get that guy out of the way. Alright, let's get the brackets on here for the water cooler. Let's get that guy installed, and then I'm gonna start plugging in all of the bits and bobs to the motherboard. I'm not pull it forward, I'm going to push it right back before I pull it forward again. The fuck? Come out. What's in here? Oh, this is the Intel bracket. That's right. I forgot. Don't need that. I forgot more cable management to do because these fans are nicely cable managed perfectly. The cable is even ran down the sleeving. Damn it. Actually, wait a minute. Here's the real question. No, we won't be able to see. I was about to say, will we see them in the infinity mirror fans? Yes, in this case. Oh, you can't even see it. God damn it. Yes, you will be able to see the sides, the infinity mirror sides on this. So I will install them. Yay, monkey have machine there. Alright. Turn the camera off. Second camera, whatever, you know what I mean. Let's get to it. Now this water cooler is not going to get designed with the expectation that you'll be taking these fans off. So, these fans are going to be a bit wonk when they're not on here because they have extremely short wires on them. Because they're meant to only be put on a radiator. That's okay. Can't even see what I'm doing, my bad. Alright, oops. All the screws are up.
King_Slayer_Marcus just redeemed fish.
Now let's unplug these guys. Oh, that's right, I forgot. Oh, Jesus. Alright, oh, forgot about all that. Yeah, these fans are literally useless when they're not on a radiator. Look at that. Oh, okay. That's it. Little dangly guy. We'll set these guys aside. Now, these three cables here. So these three here is where we'll plug in those three fans onto these in the back of it. And this one wire, not this one wire, wherever the hell it is, this guy, this cable will plug into the board. So this cable goes into this block. This block goes, oh, I know, pump, fans, etc. Sends the signal to this one wire to the board. And it has wiring running up the tubing into this little dangly guy. So, yeah. Let's get those fans on there. And put them the right orientation as well, by the way. We're going to go this way. It depends on what you're building. It can be very difficult, and it can be not very easy, but I'd say fairly easy. It just depends on what you're building. So if you're building something like this, no, don't even, don't expect it to be easy. I mean, there's these 12 fans alone have 24 wires coming off them that you have to cable manage and plug into different places. But if you're just building like something, I don't know, I'm sure I've got a, well, I just put up all my budget builds. I had a bunch of builds in my office and I cleared them all out into the other space. But if you build a more basic system, you'll be fine, honestly. Just watch some YouTube videos on what you're doing. Be careful. Ask questions, you know. Pop into someone's stream like mine if you're actively building it. Ask some questions as you go. Watch LTT, Toasty Bros, ZTT, all those channels. You'll be fine, honestly. When you do end up doing your first build, my suggestion is to get a good quality case. Because, oops, I dropped my screwdriver. You'd be surprised how annoying it can be to build in like a garbage case, even for an experienced builder, just because There's no forethought into how you're going to plug things in, whether things are going to interfere, how cable management's going to go, stuff like that. Yep, the back panel is going to tend all crazy. Your best bet is to undo any twist ties, fabric, Velcro ties, and any zip ties, cut those, and just follow the wires. See where everything goes, and just remove what you need, and take photos. It's like when I did my engine swap years ago. I took photos of everything before I took it apart and had to reference all the photos of where everything went. What I'm currently doing is I'm just daisy chaining all the fans, fan wires and RGB wires now. Everything is in the right spots in the back. Alright. This is not a separate bracket, just gets screwed in. Where's the... oh, here it is. Separating the screws right now. Putting all the coarse threads in here. Alright, that's all the coarse thread. Second camera's off and out of the way. Let's get this guy in here. Okay. I'm gonna leave this a little loose on here. I'm just going to put the 4 corners in. Put some slack. We will install the cooler, or the onto the CPU here, cold plate and stuff, and then we'll adjust it left to right depending on how the tubes look. Also need to But I put a couple screws in. There is no room between the radiator and the metal, which means all these dangling cables, I can't stuff them back there. I've got to run the cables first, then put the water cooler on. Glad I didn't put all 12 screws into the water cooler first. There's 4 loosely in here. There is 0 space, by the way, between the radiator. Let me lay this down and show you all real quick. Whoa. Look at that. No gap. No gap. I can't shove the wires under there. So, I gotta take it out. God, this thing's heavy. Alright, we only got these 2 holes here for the fans, so I gotta pre-run those. Oh, that's gonna be a little annoying. It's fine. Looks like we gotta undo our pre-done wires and do it behind the case. It's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. Shit happens. Alright. Set this guy up here so I have more range. Alright, here comes the fun part. I have to pull these through as I hoist up the water cooler. Okay. Now, this one I can access, so I will worry about that one after installation. For now, let's skip this. Put that on there. There we go. Now we're back to where we were again 5 minutes ago. Alright, let's get these 4 corners in here loosely. Not as loose as I want. Alright, now it slides a lot better. Get some of this wiring through here. Get these corner wires from this fan and the wires that are running through the tubing into this slot here. That's a weird angle from my left arm. Appreciate it, Roman. Appreciate you being here. See you later. Alright, I'm going to Now that these are ran through here, attach these other cables. Alright. I have pre-attached these RGB cables to each other because this guy only has a little nubbin here, right? You just got this little nubbin. So this cable has to go through here and reach across to plug into this guy, but you know, inside the case. I just have to do it like this. Alright, plugged in. Perfect. Alright, that goes in there. Oh, there you go, look at that. What wires? These fans are wireless. It's coming out good so far. These fans are blindingly bright though. Like the reflection off of them is incredibly bright. Alright, these brackets here, these screws. Let's get these brackets off. These will be in the box for you if you're watching, trust me. And yeah, with all your accessories and stuff. So I'm gonna take these off. Alright, set these aside. Never forget to peel this. Just a little warning there. Yeah, that paste does not want to come out. It's tube. Alright. grab a fudger. Spread it out. Arctic paste is always a tad dry. Alright. Hey, appreciate the follow. CPU fan optional is going to get the pump. Just plugging it backwards. CPU fan header is going to get the one labeled CPU fan. And then the VRM one, we're actually going to run it through the back. And the trick to there not being a third one is you just daisy chain that fan back to where you at? The fans on the radiator, the AIO fans. So that's what we're doing right now. We're daisy chaining the fans. Got 1, 2, 3 fans. What the fuck? What fan that I just daisy chained? Oh, my bad, wrong one.
Hey, it's Sally18 just redeemed hydrate.
Thank you, babe. I will hydrate in just a moment.
Hey, it's Sally18 just redeemed fish.
What is happening here? How do I keep managing to manage the wrong fan into here? There we go. I'm separating the fans basically by typing. The radiator fans, VRM fan, etc. fans up top are going to be on the same loop. And then the case fans cutting the twist tie. Now, to make sure we do everything in order of operations here, we're doing all the fan cables first because the power supply is going to go right here, and it's going to block all these fans. So if we manage all these fans, like we hook them all up, daisy chain them all, that way when we put the power supply in, it's going to block them, we don't have to worry about them. So. I've realized what's happening. These 4 fans, this top one I had so close to the radiator fans, it kept being added to the bundle there. I have to use the restroom real quick, you guys. I'll be right back. Let me see, is this other mic fully charged? Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry it took so long, you guys. I had to wash my hands, change my gloves, and then I got water under my Apple Watch case, and yeah, it was just a mess. But I'm back. Alright, we're good now. Alright, HDMI goes down there. HDMI, why did I say that? Oh, it's HD audio, that's not HDMI, I don't know what said that. Alright. Type C is up here. 3.0 is down here. Alright. Case is a bit take some okay, so what's happening here is I need to get the cable plugged in there, but it has to come through this grommet and then diagonally out, so I'm fighting it to get through the grommets. There we go. Gotta get these Velcro ties out of the way. Okay, that was a pain to get plugged in, but it's in there. I get this Type C cable plugged in. There we go. Now we're plugging in the wire for the AIO right there. I think I'm gonna install this under there.
Hey, it's Sally18 just redeemed hydrate.
Thank you.
Hey, it's Sally18 just redeemed fish.
taking the cooler back up a little bit, and then rerouting a wire. I need a plastic spudger. Okay. And run the cables through this little crevice here so they don't get snagged. Cool. Of course. Thermopaste on the glove. Don't want to spread that everywhere. Alright. Hold all those wires snug. Yeah, fed them through that hole there on the back side. Yep, those are ready to go. So good to go. Alright. Now that that is fed through there, readjust the thermopaste on the cooler. Just reapply it real quick. Get the zip ties on here. Got some more out of my bag, getting on hand. Okay. Zip tied those to each other. Now I think when I pull this, oh, yeah, this is just the best part of the build right here. You guys can barely see anything, and you just listen to me grunt and struggle. Fishing wires, the weird spots. There we go.
Slayer_Marcus just redeemed fish.
Alright. There we go. Zip tie it right there. Alright, now, that bundle of wires, that mess wires on the front. Ah, there we go. Now it's one wire. Kill that guy off. Just what's happening? Oh, there's a screw magnetized to it. There's a screw stuck to the magnet right there. That's funny. I was like, why wouldn't it go in? This should be going perfectly. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Just magnetizes. Gotta love magnets and poker pins. And when you get the wire out of the way, you don't have to finagle it in place. It just locks in. The wires in this are so damn clean so far. So far. There's still more to go. Still the few annoying wires. Type-C's in there, 3.0 is in there. All these are in here. I'm gonna put another zip tie on this guy right here. I'm gonna pre-bend it so I can tuck it under and then grab it from myself. Okay. Yep. That's good to go. Let's start doing all the boring stuff. Some more boring stuff, I guess. So many cables. God, so many cables. Why do we need 2 SATA cables for one small fan hub? These just can do 50 watts. That's stupid. There's gonna be extra cables in here for no reason, but that's okay. I need to find all the RGB headers on this motherboard. Got one at the top right, one in the bottom left, 2 in the bottom left. Got it. Looks like 3 total. So So we're gonna do 3 different zones. Do 2 zones. I think I'll do these fans as 1 zone. That plug. These 6 on the second plug. Then the water cooler and the 3 fans on it. Well, the case has RGB lighting too. Where is that at? Oh, right here. This goes along here. So I think we'll do the water cooler, fans, and the strip on 1. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Thing is, the case has its own buttons here. Does the case come with an adapter? It does look like it does. Might be able to sync. No, that's not that right cable. What is this cable? Oh, motherboard out. Okay, so motherboard sync. Alright. So we're gonna plug this wire into the fan hub on the case. So the case can get controlled by the motherboard instead of these buttons up here. Channel state can get out of the way. Alright, let's go get the chair. Now we deal with this. So, super duper fun. We're going to grab the top fans. Now, if I remember correctly, one second. Sorry about that. Alright. So, this cable coming off here, this is a hub. Unfortunately, we can't just plug this one wire into the motherboard and have everything connected to it because it's Phanteks, and Phanteks loves doing stupid proprietary wires. So we can't plug normal fans into it. And they didn't come with an adapter either. Because some proprietary ones will come with, it'll come with an adapter where this weird plug here, like it'll come with a wire that has this weird plug. And then on the other end of it, it'll have a normal 3-pin 5-volt RGB connector on it. Some will, but this one doesn't. So we have to deal with daisy chaining a bunch of these fans in sections. Because if you daisy chain all of them together, the volt is too much voltage on one plug, and that plug will be it'll freak out. The fans will dim, the software will wig out, it won't act right. So you don't want to overload an RGB header. Instead, we're taking section by section, and we have to wire things up accordingly. Now, all the fans on the water cooler, if I remember correctly, all the fans on the water cooler are daisy chained to each other right here. And then they go down the tube into the pump. The pump has one wire coming off of it for all of the RGB on the AIO. That wire, I'd find it. That wire's in here somewhere. This one. I accidentally, it managed it into itself. I made a loop. Okay. So this cable, I got to be on 2 separate ones. Got it. Okay. So we'll do the 3 bottom fans that are coming out right here. These 3 bottom fans, we're going to daisy chain with the cable coming from the case RGB. So it's got strips of RGB on the case in different areas. We're going to daisy chain that right down here and hook it up to the board. So let's get this cable, those cables out of my way so I don't mess it up. And let's also put the cap on the end of this so that doesn't short it. Alright, cable 1. It's cable 2. It's cable 3. Alright. The bottom 3 fans, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and the case fans. Those are going to go into RGB header 1. The zones. For now, we're going to plug that wire in down there. Can't see it, there's not good lighting in this corner because the giant towering case. Alright, so that's zone 1. That's these 3 fans, this RGB strip on the case here. And the power button lights up too with RGB for whatever reason. Grab the RGB fans here, these 4, and these 2 on the back. Let's grab these. Alright, so these 2 on the back. Let's separate fan from RGB. Those are 2 fan wires over there. Let's grab. Alright, top fan into the second fan into fan 3 into fan 4. One, 2, 3, and 4 daisy chained into this cable here. This cable here is going to go into port 2. And on the back end of these 4, the other back 2 fans are going to connect. So that's these 2 on the back and these 4 daisy chained into port 2. Now you may be thinking, port 1 only has 3 fans on it and an RGB strip. The RGB strip has a ton of RGB lights on it. So that's equivalent of multiple RGB fans worth. Flip this around, plug that wire in. It's header 1 and header 2 plugged in. Now the top right header. All right. Top fans, RGB fan, blah blah blah, all that's there. Oh, I think that one's actually just one cable. Yeah, because it's all synced up to the water cooler, which is all daisy chained together. 3 fans across the top, down the tube, into the pump, pump out to this one wire. That one wire in this corner. You guys aren't going to see, but you can imagine me plugging in one wire. You guys are creative enough. One wire's been plugged in. Okay. So, this one here is the pump, and these 3 fans. These 2 headers here at the bottom. Bottom one is those 3 fans there, and that RGB strip all the way down. Header 2 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those fans. That should be all the RGB lighting hooked up. Now fan headers, we got 3 right next to each other right here at the bottom, and 1 up here on the right. So it's really convenient. Go ahead and do the bottom 3 on 1. Then we can do the others. Now these fans, I think pull up. What's the amperage on these guys? 12 volt, 0.25 amp. It's not actually a ton. Yeah, that's not a lot. I was like, these guys 0.33 amps. A third of an amp, so a quarter of an amp. Yeah, we can do 6 on 1 header. That's fine. These fans don't pull that much amperage. Not power hungry fans. It's just funny because I got a lot of lighting on them. But I guess the lighting is dealt with separately. Alright, front panel switch is hooked up. It's all one cable. Instead of a bunch of little tiny guys. Alright, bottom 3 fans right here. Let's daisy chain these guys. Just turn that off for a second. Bottom 3 here. Okay. That one's hooked up. Now these wires aren't going to be incredibly long. It's a problem. No, it's not. They're going to be long enough. That, yeah, top fan. Alright, so back 2 fans daisy chain to each other, and then into the top fan, and then these 4 descending down daisy chain into each other. One and 2. This is going to be 3. So the 4th one, just the 2nd one down. It's a little confusing to say out loud, but so the 3rd one down, which is 5 total, and to the 4th one down, it's the 6th fan total. 6 fans daisy chained to this header here. Now we have an open header up top, I think I might do 3 and 3 just because I can. So I'm gonna do one over here. Top fan back to, or on the fan header up here. These 3 are on the next fan header over. God, I need a giant lazy Susan. Susan? Susan, Jesus. Alright. I'm gonna double check all the wires, but that should be all the fans, power, and RGB hooked up. Look at that. Barely see the wires. Very happy with this. The screen's gonna use a USB cable. I should get that out now and plug it in. Oh, it uses just a USB, or is it something else too? Just a USB. Yep. Look at that. That guy's gonna look nice right there. Alright. It's looking like I'm gonna come up right here through there and plug in. Let me see if there's a way I can get it under there. I'm trying to get the shortest run humanly possible because this wire isn't very long. So I'm finagling the wire through some crevasses. Also, it's the wire's like trained this position to be curled, and I need it to straighten out. Can't fish it down here if it keeps curling and turning to the right. Alright. Yeah, that's gonna be our best bet. Okay. God, sorry I went so quiet for a minute there. I was trying to find the most ridiculous but best possible way to route this cable. And just had to like do a million calculations in my head. But I found the perfect way to not have to run across the RGB. That would have been a little... That's how they expect you to do it. To come across here. Alright, there's the screen. So there's a hole on the left side and a hole on the bottom. You can plug it into either hole. And then you would have to cut it straight down here and over the strip. I don't want to cross over the strip here. So I ran it through there. I'll show you. and then I ran it through here, and then through that hole, and then through that hole, and then behind the motherboard. It was a challenge. So it's not mounted right now, so I'm not going to flip the computer around a bunch. I'm going to worry about mounting it first, then I'll move it around. Which is literally just some double-sided sticky tape. That's legitimately just how you stick it on it. It's not very heavy, and this tape is very strong, so that is how it will be mounted. I really want the tape to show. It's a little too long. Let's just snip a little trimming off there. You know what? We'll slap that little trimming there. A little more off this one. Slap that trim right here. Because it can't hurt to have some extra adhesion. Tweezers. Where you at? They're there. These are great for trying to get up under the peel. First, let me press it down. Man, that peel don't want to come up. There we go. Peel kept ripping. There we go. Went ahead and centered it right there. Oh, look at that. Looking good. Man, all these accessories in for you. I loved it. Busted the rubber, yo.
Hey, it's Sally18 just redeemed fish.
I don't know if this is a dual or triple slot. I believe it's a triple slot GPU. We'll see in a moment. Oh, nope, dual slot. We're good. So, just the top 2 slots taken off there. Alright, let's open this up. Let me get some of these boxes out of the way. Also, might make this guy. Alright. Nope, we're good. Okay, I did double check. I was like, I could have sworn to check. Yeah. So this power supply has built-in 600 watt 12 volt high power cable. So this can power, 5090. One cable straight from the power supply right into the GPU with no little adapter needed. You don't want to use adapters if you don't need to. For high volt or high power 12 volt cables. Best to come straight from the power supply. So we got going on right here. 1000 watts. Gold rated. Quality in it. Now, power supply is going to go in here, and it's going to go on top of these wires. So I'm just moving them, the connectors away, so it's just a flat side. This is a compact 1000 watt power supply, because normally they're like long ones. Like a oh well, I'd have one somewhere. I have a 1300 watt over there, but I'm not going to box it just to show you what I mean. But normally they're longer. I'm sure you can imagine this, but longer. Alright, power supply is screwed in. Now to manage all these cables. First of all, we do not need PCIe cables. We have 12 volt high power. Hello Helios, how are you doing? Doing the funnest part ever. Cable management. Yum. I don't know if I said yum, but you know, whatever. Sit down and get this guy angled up. Doing pretty good. Hi, puppies. How you doing? Go play with each other, guys. Mwah, I love you. You can see a little ear right here. Little puppy. How you doing, handsome? Go play. Mwah. Go, go, go. Go play. Alright, puppy trying to get up on the table right now. Alright, now what we're doing is we're bundling up any and all extra cables we won't be needing. Let's set those aside. Yeah, PCs can be quite expensive, so they do take a bit of time saving up. I may build people $10,000 PCs, but I don't own one of my own. So I know the feeling. Still a beefy PC if I have, but not the craziest. I also got really good deals on all my parts. Oh, you could do a 5080 build, damn. Yeah, well, there's a 5080 build right here. This one's a bit crazy though. 12 fans, 5080, giant water cooler. It's got a screen up here. It's a beefy boy. Very tall. And back to it. I'm actually gonna, I think I'll install it at GPU Brace. This is a 9800X3D, 5080, 360mm water cooler, 1000-watt power supply, 2 terabyte Gen 5 NVMe. Got a screen up here, 32 gigs of Corsair, not Dominator, Vengeance. Gigabyte X 870 board, 12 Infinity Mirror RGB fans. It's a nice build. This case has a GPU brace. I think I'm gonna install it just to like fill some space over here. I think it'll look good. How does this assemble like? This is a Phanteks NV7. Oh, I see how it installs, just like that. Okay. That's pretty simple. That is more complicated than that. Actually, I'm probably gonna use... I'm gonna grab me a washer. Yeah, that's a lot of fans. Look, through my little cup here. I don't want a silver washer, I want a black washer. There's a black washer. Alright, we're gonna put a longer screw. Actually, instead of a screw and a washer, I'll just put a larger head screw in here. Yeah, that's better. That doesn't hit the fan, right? Ooh, it kind of does touch the fan because the fabric bit. Oh, that's unfortunate. I can't use the GPU support brace thing here I got going on. The foam pad kind of touches the fans. Oh, that would have been cool too. You guys can't even see it. That's my bad. And the autofocus on this camera sucks. I tried it as my primary camera and it wasn't great, so I upgraded to this one. And this is just secondary camera. Yeah, sure. Let me know what you got. But yeah, I wanted to install this here. It like holds the GPU right there and it looks really cool. But the foam pad is stopping the fan blades from spinning, so I can't use it. It is unfortunate. Oh well. Sorry. Foam is removable. You remove the foam from that end. Keep the foam on the other end. Fan blade still spins. You know what? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll keep it.
King_Slayer_Marcus just redeemed fish.
Fan blade still spins. And then we'll push this guy in right there. Let's put another screw on here. Grab the stubby screwdriver real quick. I don't have the LPT one, but I have another stubby one. It was, but I took the foam block off that was hitting the fan blade, and now it's not. There we go. Fan blade still spins. No problem. And we got a little GPU bracket here. Isn't that cool? There we go. Alright, let's start plugging some more stuff in. Hi Riley, what you doing, bud? I dropped the washer. Okay, while we have this like this, I'm thinking... Yeah, I'm thinking far left. I have these screws on here loose right now, so I can adjust the width or whatever. The length of the tubes is what I'm trying to say. I want to scoot it over to the other side of the bracket. Because as I move the radiator back and forth on top, the tube length changes. I like that right there. That's where it's going to stay. We're going to grab all the other 8 screws and put them in here, along with the 4 corners. Actually, it looks like one of these holes is covered by the bracket, but that doesn't matter because in theory, all you actually need are the 4 corners on here for the radiator. You don't need all 12 screws holding on the radiator. It doesn't weigh that much. But I'm going to put the 10 that will fit on here because one of these little support cross braces here is covering one of the holes. Which is no big deal. I'd say the 1500 watt is overkill. 1000 watt, you'd save a lot of money there, unless you're getting a really good deal on the NZXT power supply. A 5090 even, the highest end GPU you can buy, will still run fine with 1000 watts. And you only got a 5080 in there. I'd say swap the 1500 to a 1000. The RAM, you can do like 32 and save some money there, and then you can put some more storage in the build, like on the 1 terabyte up to 2 terabyte. Is there a reason you're going Intel? Like, do you need to go Intel? Because honestly, they're terrible value for gaming. I know in some regions of the world, depending where you live, the pricing might be better for you for Intel versus AMD, but at least in America, the value is terrible on the Intel CPUs. Their older last gen Intel 13th, 14th gen with DDR4 RAM can beat out the new Ultra series CPUs. Like their own CPUs from last gen beats out their current gen. Okay, yeah, so in some places the Intel is a little cheaper, and with it being a little weaker, it gives basically the same value. Because it's, yeah, so if it's a little cheaper and it's a little worse, then it's basically the same value. But here you can get a good deal on an AMD chip and it'll outperform the Intel every time. Plus, the newer Ultra series CPUs, they really like really fast RAM, which is really expensive right now. So that's fun. Alright, all the main components are in. Let's plug in the rest of the wires. Wow, this thing's heavy. Especially with the GPU and power supply added. Alright, big old battery. Let's plug in this. Wow, that is not a very long cable. That's just not gonna reach. This case is really big. I'm gonna have to go above the GPU with the cable because it won't go all the way down, under, up, and into the GPU. It's just not long enough. That's the entire length of the cable. Yeah, it can't go. Wow. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I would look up videos on the performance because you'd probably be, unless you're doing like editing and like stuff that actually uses up more than 32 gigs of RAM, speed-wise, that 8200 is probably going to do great for that Ultra series CPU. But at the same time, for the same price, that's nuts. I would probably go with the capacity myself, but if you're only gaming, it's tempting to go with the 8200. You will just get more performance. Man, this is such a weird length. Can it come up and under the GPU?
Aid Sally 18 just redeemed fish.
Man, that sucks. It's not a very long wire. Sorry, it's weird angles right now. I'm trying to get this to fit properly. Here's the hope. I'm gonna try running it down under the GPU and then into it from the corner. Riley, what are you doing, baby? My dog is being a little weirdo behind me. Oh. Hey guys, this my dog. My other puppy is trying to jump up on me right now. Look up at the camera. He's very handsome. I think he's jumping up on my chair and whining at me for attention. Whoa, and this one's the little puppy. He's just a puppy. He's got floppy ears. Alright, go play, guys. Just go play with each other. Go play together. Play outside. There they go. I have no idea why they're being so whiny. Yeah. My bad, guys. I'm gonna be fighting this wire for a fat minute. Virtualization. Yeah, you're gonna need more than 32 if you're gonna be doing a lot of things at once. The more multitasking, the more RAM you're gonna need. Unfortunate. Yeah, at that point I would take the capacity over speed. That was hard to fish that wire through. All that to just realize the cable can't reach. Oh, why is it so stubby? Look at that. I'm gonna try to see if I can get some more length out of it in the back. Rearrange it a little. Oh, I unplugged the cable. Where did I unplug this from? Oh, it goes up there. How the hell did it end up over here? I unplugged one of the case RGB cables by accident. Trying to finagle it back in place. Give me a moment. I had to fight this thing a little. Come on. Get your ass in there. There we go. Okay. 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 Wow. That only barely fit. Okay. That's like the third one It's just long enough to plug in because this case is so tall. Look at that. Alright. I'm gonna plug in the CPU. I'm gonna plug in the RGB on the case. Some other bits and bobs. I'm just gonna pack it up so you guys can see all the pretty lights. Let us sit in the BIOS and show you guys it. And then I'm gonna end a stream, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do Windows drivers, RGB software, the screen software, all that fun stuff. And then I'm gonna zip tie up all of the wires after I've tested everything's good. I've obviously zip tied some wires, but not a lot of them. I've learned the hard way to not finalize zip tying a ton of wires before testing everything, because you can get brand new parts DOA, like the RGB fans can be faulty, or the screen could have got damaged in the factory or shipping, whatever. But I'm going to test everything without zip tying, then I'm going to zip tie after everything's good. So I'll show you guys the final product here in like 5 minutes. So I'm going to clean up a little. Alright, let's get all this shit out of the way. This goes in the box of accessories. Shakes my desk. Alright. Shove this stupid cable through. That's plugged in. Don't need our cables. They'll get cable managed later. Don't worry, guys. I'll be very happy if now it's cable managed. You guys have seen the front. Back will not just be stuffed. I'll say honestly, even if it was stuffing the cable in the bag, it wasn't gonna hurt anything. But for a customer, I'm not gonna do that. For my build, I will. Got my beefy power cable plugged in there. 1200 is plenty. If you can save some money with 1000 watt, I would. But if the 1200 watts are really close in price, just grab it if you got the money. But if you're trying to save some, just the 1000 is fine. Not gonna do anything. Got my little test setup cables and such. Get my wireless USB plug and whatnot. Power supply set to on. Get this big beefy boy in shaft. Power cable for the monitor. Also update the BIOS. I'll be doing all that stuff off stream. This is boring stuff. Boring. Oh, good deal then. Nice. Okay. Y'all ready? figure out everything is perfect first try. Didn't miss a single wire anywhere. No RGB, no fans. Everything's just hooked up perfectly. Nothing came undone while I was moving it around a bunch and trying to finagle wires. Totally not. So far, every fan has spun. Or fan, what? Yeah, every fan has spun. Of course, something's not lit up. So why would it? Yeah, so these are supposed to be synced up with this guy here. Boot it up right away. Normally DDR5 takes a couple minutes to memory train. That was surprisingly fast. Figured something wouldn't be lit up, but I'll go ahead and hook these guys up. I'm sure the daisy changes came undone. It came undone right here. I see it. Yeah, it came undone right up at the top. You can almost see it. It's this wire that plugs into the radiator. Let me turn this camera off, plug it in. Okay, there we go. Just the little wire got snagged. It came unplugged, and now it's all lit up. Look at that. That's beauty. Look at that. A 9800X 3D. 29 degrees.
Hey, it's Sally18 just redeemed hydrate.
Alright, yo. I'm hungry. I gotta pee again. Thanks for hydrating me so much. Customers in chat, I hope you like it. It'll be ready for pickup tomorrow. I'll do all the fun stuff tonight. Stress tests, software, all that crap. I'll do all that stuff tonight. As long as every part is good, I'll be ready for pickup tomorrow. Probably late morning because I have stuff to do in the early morning. Really happy with how it came out. Really nice. The rainbow puke looks great, you know? That's how I have my PC set, because I can never pick a color to set it to, so I just said leave it on rainbow. But I appreciate you guys hanging around. If you're not subbed or following or notifications, turn them on, because I'm terrible at streaming regularly. I'll probably stream for 3 days straight and then not stream for a week. So if you want to actually catch the streams, turn notifications. Maybe eventually I'll get my shit together and make a stream schedule or something, or actually record some videos for once. But I appreciate you guys being here regardless. Have a good night, guys.